I've trained calisthenics for 10 years. I've solely focused on strength. But what's on the other side? What can we learn from endurance? This is my journey to running a 70-kilometer ultramarathon in Japan.
Okie dokie, boys and girls, it is day 35 of Road to Shimanami, and today let's talk about how to get started and how to keep going. In the meantime, I'm gonna play just a random handstand workout that I had. But, I was talking about this to my friend the other day. He wanted to design cars, but it's such a complex project. So, he can get started for a while maybe, but it just becomes so big and so complex. He's unable to wrap his head around it. The end product is nowhere near in sight. And, he just loses motivation and you stop. And that's because, everyone has other stuff going on as well, right? Whether it be a job or your studies or children, something's going on, right? And when things become too big and too vague, we lose sight of the end goal and we just quit. And I think oftentimes these days you see on social media, for example, when it comes to training, people who are insanely strong, deadlifting 500 kilos, planching for 30 seconds, doing Maltese presses like it's nothing, running an ultra marathon like 100 kilometers in under 10 hours through the mountains. Like, how the hell is this even possible? But in reality, you see the end goal, you see the success story, but not what actually went behind it. So those people, oftentimes, they didn't really dream of doing those things. They just one day thought, hey, I want to be a little bit stronger. And just by repeating that same thought of, hey, I want to become a little bit stronger, they repeated it over and over and over again. And before they knew it, they were doing all that crazy stuff. When you're designing something and it's big, right? This is getting a little bit on how you can keep going, but if you divide the labor into small enough parts and you always have a small end goal inside, it's easy to repeat because there's always, the stick with the carrot in front of you, and you might not see where it's going directly, you might not know where you end up, but hey, I think that's kind of life, Like, what point is it if you're gonna set a goal and it's gonna take you years? What's the point in continuing that goal if halfway through you realize it's not something for you? There is no point, because hey, we don't know where we have to head. We have this general idea in our head of where you want to go. You have this instinct inside of you that tells you if what you're doing is correct or not, right? You might experience pleasure from sitting on the couch all day and eating a pizza, but there are chances that the next day you're gonna regret it. But there are these certain actions where if you take them, no matter if they so-called succeed or fail, you're gonna be happy that you did it, right? If I do a handstand workout and I fail every single attempt on my left arm like I did yesterday, I don't regret it. I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy that I tried. So there's something there that is a correct action. Something there that tells me I'm going in the correct direction. So when it comes to getting started, it's good to have this vision, right? Have this vision of where you want to go. It doesn't have to be concrete. It just has to be a general theme. Like, hey, I like designing. I want to get better at it. I like training. I want to get better at it. And try to strive for it, right? But chop it up so finely that you can handle it in a single day, in a single hour, in a single action. And if you are in the correct direction, then you will get satisfaction from those actions. And I think that's the most important part to, once you start, to keep going as well. It's just about starting with little things and then, getting feedback quickly so that you don't lose sight of where you want to head. If my end goal were to be like, let's say like a sub 3 hour marathon, right? And like I take everything else as a failure, there would be no feedback in between on whether I actually want to do this or not. So that makes it very difficult to keep continuing. But when you make your success just the fact that you're doing it and trying it, it becomes a different story. So I think that's very important. That's why today I can go out for a run. I'm perhaps running 9 kilometers an hour, but I'm happy to be doing it because I know afterwards I'm gonna come home and I might not see a direct result from the run I'm doing today, but no matter what, I'm gonna be satisfied that I did it, because something inside tells me that, hey, it's good that you did this, I'm gonna feel satisfaction from it. And I feel satisfaction on a daily basis, not by chasing adrenaline or satisfaction from chasing a goal that is in front of me like 3 or 4 years, right? The goal is just the daily task, and I have this light in the horizon that I try to chase. But guess what? Over time, that direction might change, and that's okay, right? Because you cannot predict where you're going to end up right now. No one knows how their life is going to go, so why try and look into the future? Which I do say, but of course, that's a difficult thing, right? We all have dreams and goals. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's rant. I don't know if something like this really helps anyone, but sometimes I just have to, speak it, and then I can think about it myself as well. So hey, if it's not for you, then it's for me. This video too, right? I don't know where it's gonna lead me, but in the end, I'm gonna press upload, and I'm gonna be kind of satisfied with what I did, no matter the result. But hey, enough yapping. I'll see you tomorrow for a skill and basic workout. So I'll catch you then. I'm gonna continue running.